This video is a collaboration between myself and my very awesome friend Leanie from Crafting with Leanie. This is a Yuletide celebration video, and I have two awesome easy crafts for you, so stay tuned. I'm going to show you how to make them. All right, friends, like I said at the beginning of the video, this is a Yule collab that I did with my very awesome friend Leanie of Crafty Leanie. So if you would, please look down in the description box and in a pinned comment, and I'm going to have a link for you to head over to her channel to watch her video. So what we have here, certainly this grapevine wreath that is 12 inches. You can use whatever size you like. I just thought this would be a nice size to hang on the wall. This is not going to go on my door. This is just going to go on my wall. So let's take the tag off of it. And now what we're going to use is some twine. So I got this big, huge spool of cord from Walmart. Where is the end? It's the end, friends. It's my end. I'm about at the end. Anyway, so we're going to take this and we are basically going to make a pentacle, not a pentagram. I wish people would please keep those two differentiated. This is a pentacle. And we're just going to find a nice spot. I think right here would be good. And we're just going to take this and wrap it around and push it towards the back because we're going to be tying a knot. Tie the knot with me. I'll pull this up here. And we're just going to tie it to hold it in place. Okay. So we're going to trim off the end here. I do have a cat in here with me. So if you hear noise, this cat is constantly trying to climb up my leg. Just be careful here because it wants to catch in all the little tendrils. And now we're going to be tying this into the shape of a star. And I'm just cutting a length of cord. I don't have an exact measurement for you because I don't know how much I'm going to use. And I don't know the size of the wreath frame that you're going to be using. But we're going, whoopsie doodle, we're going to just throw that over there. But now, let's see, you know how you draw a star? So, you know what? To make it easy on myself, let's just flip this over and decide about up here where we want the point of our star to be. And I think right here is going to look pretty good, friends. So we're just going to poke this down in there. Go, go, gadget nails. I use them as tools. Like I said, this is going to sort of catch on your grapevine here. You just have to kind of, there we go, that works. Sorry about that. And let's see, about right here looks good. Okay, then just kind of put your hand where you want the other point to be. And then we're going to push the rope down through there. Yeah, y'all know that I rescue animals, and I have a house full of cats. You know, during the hurricane that hit Western North Carolina, there was a lot of misplaced animals, and I took a handful of them in, you know, because that's just how I roll. Now we'll kind of pull this over and then pull it tighter, okay? And I think right here would look nice. So I'm just going to mark that there. And then we're just going to continue in this fashion until we've made the entire star. Okay, so we have come back over here. You can see this is the end that I just pulled through. And now I'm just going to loop it around this other piece here and just tie it down. Not pulling it too tight, because if you pull it too tight, then you're going to kind of like warp your frame here. But I'm just tying a knot just to secure it so it won't come undone. Because I myself am about to come undone at any given time, and we don't want our crafts to come undone. All right, so there we go. There is our star. And I think, let's see, how do we want it? No. No. Yes. No. Yes. Okay, that looks good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add in some greenery. Now, the greenery that I purchased came from a craft store, of course, but if you have any that you have gathered yourself, if you have pine needles that you have gathered yourself, it would be really nice to be able to use those natural elements. Where I am right now, I don't have access to that. So I'm going to be using ones that I found at the store. So these are the little picks that I've decided to use. Very small. These came, again, from Hobby Lobby, but Michael's has some cute ones, too. And now all I'm going to do is, I'm just going to cram them down inside our wreath here. Just kind of bend them. There we go. Get them to where they look the way we want them to look. And then I'm just kind of bending it. As you can see, I'm just kind of bending it over right here. And it's going to hold it in place very well. Now, if you want to use some hot glue to kind of tack that in place, you can, which I might do after I get done putting everything on, you know, because you might want to move things around a little bit. So I kind of like to wait to the last minute to do that when I'm working on such things as this. And I have a whole handful of these. I got about 17 of these because they were on sale for one, and two, you know, I can use them in several different videos. But let's see. All I'm doing is just placing these around. So I'm going to work on that and we'll come back and see what it looks like. All right. So this is what I have so far. And I think I might want to space them out just a little bit differently. I don't know. I don't know yet. Let me get other things put on here and then we'll see. Okay. Now you can leave it like this. This is absolutely adorable just as is, but I do have these little bells. Hold on. All right. So I got the bells open here. Just these cute little bells. Ding, ding, ding. All right. And now I'm going to use some thinner twine and we're just going to thread this through and then see about how long I want this to hang. Let's get this paint out of the way. Yeah, this tattoo over here, it's still got just a little bit of redness to it. It's still, you know, kind of new, kind of fresh. Anyway, there's no color in here. I know somebody's going to ask. I thought you liked only black and white. And this is not color. It's just irritation. I always have irritation of some sort. I think this will work. So what we're going to do is we're just going to cut this. And then let's try to get like to the bottom of our little star here. And we're just going to run this through just like we did with the other twine. Just pull it up and see about how long this is going to be. And then we're going to tie a knot. You see, how cute is that? And if you were to hang this on your door, you know, every time your door would move, open, close, what have you, ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling, your little bells would ring. So I'm going to tie a few more. I think I want 5 total. So I'm going to tie more bells on. And then we're also going to use a piece of twine to make a loop up at the top so that we have a way to hang it. All right, so I have all 5 of my little bells tied here, and I'm very happy with this. I'm very happy with how this turned out. Just so super, super easy to make. And it's really pretty. So I'm going to take the twine, we'll tie a loop around the top, and this is what we have. I really, really like it. So anyway, let's move on. All right, friends, now I have a massive pine cone. Now, this is what I like to call a wishing ornament. We're going to be tying some twine up here, and you can hang it as an ornament, or you can just lay it on your mantle or on your altar, wherever you want to display it. It basically just helps you to bring in good wishes, good thoughts, and things that you want to happen in the upcoming year, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to tie some twine up here, write our wishes and thoughts and things that we want to happen on a piece of paper, little strips of paper actually, and then you tuck it down inside the pine cone, and then we're going to coat it in melted wax. And then once that wax is set up, then you can put it on display or you can hang it up. Any day during Yule that you want to do it, you can do it on the last day if you want to give you plenty of time to have this on display. Then you burn it, and the wax is going to help it to burn, okay? You burn it, and then you send all of your good thoughts and energies and all that stuff towards it, and then as it burns, it's dispersed throughout the universe, and hopefully it helps to ring in a good year for you, okay? So we're going to start with this, and then let's get a piece of paper, and of course, I'm not going to show you what I'm going to write, but I'm going to already write it down and then roll them up, and then we're going to tuck them down inside here. Okay, so these are my strips of paper over here. Now on this one, I've already written something. So now what you're going to do is just find a place in your pine cone, and we're just going to tuck it down in there, like so. And see, it's going to hold it in place. Now what we're going to do is just however many that you want to write, that's how many you make, and just tuck it down like so. Okay, so I've got my little notes here all tucked down inside the pine cone. Now we're going to coat it with the wax. And I'm going to see if I can record this for you. I know it's going to be difficult for me to do. We'll see. But anyway, I have these red candles here. Now you can use, like I said, as natural as possible is best. But if you don't have any beeswax candles, just use whatever candles you have on hand. I have these red ones that I wasn't planning on doing anything with. So I guess I'm going to be using it for this craft, okay? So we're going to use these, and I'm going to put them into a pan, and I'm going to melt them. So I'll have to go into the kitchen to do that. Ah! And then as they are melting, you can speak your intentions and your wishes into the melting wax as well. Now, if you have herbs that you want to sprinkle on here, to me, cinnamon represents prosperity. That's what I use for prosperity spells. We're going to dip this into the wax, and as the wax cools, we're going to sprinkle cinnamon on it. And it's also going to smell nice, okay? So I'm going to go into the kitchen and melt these down. As you can see here, I'm just melting these candles over low heat in this old pan. And then I'm going to place the pine cone inside the pan, and I'm going to use a spoon. I'm just drizzling the wax over it. It's really not soaking in the wax. I'm just drizzling it over it. And then I'm taking the cinnamon and sprinkling it on top of the wax. And as the cinnamon kind of falls down and melts with the wax in the pan, it just all mixes together and it smells so, so good. And as you can see, I've used up almost all of the wax in the pan. And this is what it looks like. Okay, so this still has not set up 100%. Okay, some of this wax is still a little soft. It smells so good. I wish y'all could smell this. It just smells so good. And like I said, I did take some twine and I just kind of tied it around the top here. Tied a knot. And then I just tied a knot in the end and I made a loop. But this is it. Let's see if I can just touch it like this. But this is it. As you saw in those little video clips, I just kept taking the spoon. I just kept pouring the wax over it and over it and over it. And then it all sets up like this and smells just so, so good. And I did sprinkle cinnamon on it. And then as it kind of like fell down into the pan and mixed with the wax, just kept pouring over it. But it smells so good. And now I'm going to have this on display. Actually, I think I'm going to hang it. I'll actually hang it. Yes, I actually hang it. And when the time comes, you just toss it in the fire and the wax helps it to burn. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you would, please give it a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Check me out on other forms of social media. I'll have the links to all of which in the description box down below. And I will see y'all later. Bye.